ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
In Gaudiya Vaishnava sampradhayam, they emphasize on certain regulative principles, that is, certain principles which they have to follow, irrespective of whoever it is. That includes men and women, irrespective of all ages. The main principles are no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. So, in this, usually all sampradayas emphasize these principles, but some very staunch persons, very orthodox persons, they emphasize on this no illicit sex aspect very much. And the definition for illicit sex can differ depending on individuals, but a very staunch person will say that sex should be done only for procreation, not for sense enjoyment. And this is the view of general Shastram as well. Any Vaidika Acharya would say the same thing. But in Gaudiya Sampradayam, especially in ISKCON, they continuously preach these aspects, and they keep on emphasizing that one should be very cautious about these things, and because of that some people may not be able to cope up, and they will leave the sampradayam also. The question here is, how is it seen in SrivaishNava sampradayam, whether the same thing is emphasized, is it important that we follow this principle of sex only for procreation, or is there any relaxation within married life? Can one have some enjoyment? Is there any relaxation? So that is the crux of the question. In this, as I said initially also, any Vaidika Sampradayam, any Sampradayam which is Vedanta based, they will certainly emphasize that one should, especially those who want liberation, those who desire liberation, mumukshus, they should be free from any desire for self-enjoyment, sensual pleasures, worldly pleasures, and so on. So it is a very fundamental principle that if one is a mumukshu, one is desirous of moksham, then one should not even think about these materialistic enjoyments. Now, whether this is being strictly enforced or not, obviously in our SrivaishNava sampradayam, unfortunately, even basic foundational Vaidika principles are not being followed by many. Hence, emphasizing this particular aspect, that sex should only be done for procreation, is not really well preached. It is not explained in a sufficient manner so that everyone understands it. Most people are going with the flow in the society. They go to movies, they go to entertainment aspects such as sports and so on, and they don't train their children in a very disciplined manner as it was done few generations ago. So children grow up with concept of material enjoyment always. Even while speaking, people will say, you do whatever you like, don't worry about others. This is the way materialistic people, common people say, but now Sri Vaishnavas are also saying like this. You do whatever you feel is correct. You enjoy life as much as possible. You don't worry about just austerity and so on. Try to just live your life. So these kind of talks are only going on in the majority of people. There is a lot of peer pressure, there is a lot of bombardment from the entertainment industry to keep people engaged in various materialistic enjoyment, so that they will keep buying. The whole society is driven by corporates who do so much advertisement to sell their products. They will make unrelated connections. For example, to market a TV, they will have a beautiful girl, they will objectify a girl to be selling that TV or presenting that TV or having the remote or something like that. So it will be having no consequence or no relation at all. But they try to influence the people in buying their products, whether it is electronics, whether it is sports equipments, whether it is food items, whatever it is, drinks, beverages, coffee, tea, whatever it is. The way they market is they keep bombarding and pushing things to people's minds, so that people get convinced that this is what we have to do. If we don't do this, we are abnormal. So that is what is happening in the society. Because of all of this, not just Sri Vaishnava sampradhAyam, but any Sanatana Dharma based sampradhAyam, even Gaudiya sampradhAyam, ISKCON, Madhya sampradhAyam, whatever sampradhAyam one may be following, many Vaidika people are facing this kind of situation where people are just looking for material enjoyment. Even while we are raising our children, we say you have to study the best manner so that you get best marks, so that ultimately you join a big company, make a lot of money and enjoy life, get cars, get house, just go around, go on vacation, whatever it is. So people are totally, irrespective of sampradhayam, irrespective of the philosophy they follow, most people are facing this kind of problems. So it is up to the parents to first understand the danger of this kind of materialistic enjoyment driven life and try to pull back from it. It may not happen overnight, it may not happen just like that. It will be very difficult, it will take time, but one has to patiently and willingly try to come out of this situation. Only if one comes out successfully, to some extent, one can guide their children in the best way. So it's a very big challenge, whether it is practical, possible to live an austere life where one does not even have sex with one's own wife for enjoyment. It's a very difficult thing to imagine even, because friends will laugh at someone who is doing that, Even elders will say, don't do this. Why are you unnecessarily troubling yourself and troubling your wife and so on. If that is wife, then they will say, why are you troubling yourself and troubling your husband like this? Why not just enjoy? But we have to understand the truth and face the truth and try to eliminate materialistic desires, enjoyments, and focus on satsangam, Bhagavad Vishayam, and so on. It's a long process. It will not happen overnight. The desire is expected in the minds of mumukshus, those who are seeking moksham. One should have the desire to progress in the spiritual life instead of trying to maximize the materialistic enjoyment. So it's a big challenge, whether it is Gaudiya sampradhAyam or SrivaishNava sampradhAyam or Madhya sampradhAyam. This is a very big challenge, and unless the parents are well educated in sampradhAyam and unless the children are subsequently well educated in the sampradhAyam, it will not be possible to guide them in the right way.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.